month of April and heading into the heaviest week of reports of earning reports for the quarter. Week 3 going into the quarter is always the heaviest one, and we certainly have a lot of momentum names reporting. We've got Apple, Google, Facebook, and Amazon all reporting this week. Starting off with a look at the more simplified daily chart, the one that we back out on, and look at overall price action, the one that we use our fork on. And we've been concentrating on this green bar overhead and this new red bar down below. I put this on about 2 videos back. As you can see, this green bar played out for us. We took a look above it, we failed, and now here we are as of Friday, falling back to this brand new red bar. This bar concentrates on where the handle, the starting point of our bull fork comes from, and that it was from the Q4 2021 low. This is where where the plotting point begins for this fork, and here we are as of Friday, trading back to this October 2021 low. This is also the point where we broke out in March, and it's a point where we kind of slammed down, looked below this in January, but thereafter we held all the lows above this point. So this is an important spot. Are we just kind of head faking here? Was this just a scary 2-day sell-off because there were a lot of really juicy option bets out there, a lot of puts that people bought ahead of that heavy set of reports that are coming out this week? And maybe this was a big head fake, or is this the start of a big breakdown that's going to take us a lot lower? Just below us, if we were to go just a bit lower from here, I'm sorry, it's like about the 5th time I've shot this video, and at this point Thinkorswim starts slowing down on me. If we go just a bit lower, we would need to hold the bottom of our bull fork, otherwise it sort of invalidates it, and I don't think that if this bull fork can't hold, I really don't have a lot of faith in our low for 2022 so far. I don't have a lot of faith in that holding. So this comes in at 42.09 to 42.10 and rising starting on Monday. So if we're going to head a little lower, we need to hold that 42.10 area. Better yet, not even get that close to it. If it doesn't hold, then obviously we have this low to back test. I don't know that that's going to hold though if this fork breaks down. I think that this low will break down below that, and we have this huge set of gaps that would take us back, coincidentally, 1 year back to the Q1 2021 close and the Q2 2021 open, which was the low for the quarter, or April open. And it's basically, where the rally started that took us all the way into September actually, of last year. So maybe if we're going to break our fork, I don't think that our low is going to hold from this year. Maybe our low is going to have to come down here to the high 3,900 handle, 39.92 to 39.72. All right, or was this just a 2-day show of force? We've come right to this area, this important price action area for this year. Maybe we've got our April and our Q2 low set right now, where we hit on Friday at 42.67 and change. Let's take a little look at what happened in close-up this week in the price action. Here's where we opened on Monday. Our high of the day took a huge look below the 50-day and failed and closed well off of the high, but well off of the low. We had what was called a spinning top, where the open and the close are in the same neighborhood, but there was a big price action down below and above, leaving a selling tail and a buying tail on either side of the candle. It's really the candle of indecision is what it is. Then we made a little sort of a flattish open on Tuesday as we geared up for Netflix earnings, and we had this big rally that took us through the 50-day, through the 10-day, with a nice big fat close above those 2 points. Our high of the day took a look above the 2022 halfway back, failed, came back down to close below that. On Wednesday, we kind of digested Netflix's horrible earnings, but we were gearing up for Tesla to report that night. I do believe Tesla reported Wednesday night, and sure enough, that led us to this huge gap up open on Thursday. So you can see this purple bar here kind of represents the massive price difference between where we closed on Wednesday and where we opened on Thursday. And we tried to make a rally out of it, breaking up here through the 20 and the 200-day simple moving averages, but we hit our head on a ceiling at the 100-day. the low 4,500s, about 45.12, 45.13, and began to sell off. And by the end of the day, we were breaking back below that 10 and that 50-day and closing back below, bringing us all the way back to the scene of the crime, basically where we started out on Monday in that spinning top. And then on Friday, we had a gap down open. I really thought with all my mind that this low was going to hold us on Friday and that we were going to reverse and we were going to be closing back above, at minimum, the 50-day, but to end the week. But no, we just broke down below Monday's low, and my God, the selling just wouldn't stop. So some really great option bets were fulfilled here. If people were selling in the money calls, if up here at 4,500, if these players were selling 4,300 calls, maybe that's what they were doing. And that's why we got this huge sell-off that really worked. Really worked for them. If we draw a little trend line up from the 2022 low through the back test of it with the March low and let it extend out, you can see that we did break down below that trend. Not a big believer in trend lines, but they're interesting to look at. That's what a trend line is for. It either holds or it breaks. What I like better is the idea of that trend line that's kind of formed by the bottom of our bull fork. And as I said before, that's going to come in around here. It's going to come in just below the January low, but well above the March low, and right around in here around 42.10-ish, okay? If we look at the calendar for this week, Google reports on Tuesday, Wednesday, Facebook after the close, Meta, if you want to call it that, ridiculous. Anyway, and then Apple and Amazon both report on Thursday. Also, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all stocks will settle in April, but when we get to Thursday and Friday, securities bought and sold that day are going to be settling in May. Are we going to have one type of behavior Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a different type of behavior Thursday and Friday? We'll see. And once again, these are just 4 of the companies that are reporting. This is the heaviest earnings report week of the quarter. So be sharp. Things could change from day to day. I haven't even looked at what the data has in store for us. I'm sure there's some interesting things there. No Fed speak because they are officially in the blackout period, which started after whatever Fed speak was going on Thursday and Friday. So that's that. Okay. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out. I hope I didn't go back and forth too much, but you know, sometimes you just need to be prepared for what could happen to the upside and what could happen to the downside. Have a great rest of your weekend. As always, good luck and good trading.